Good afternoon, YouTube. What we're doing today, this is my 2003 Chevy Silverado. We have had a constant flashing check engine light under a very slight load when we're going uphill with the cruise on at about 70 miles an hour. It's set the P0300 code, which is multiple random misfires. And the P0442 code is set, which is the slight leak in your canister, your EVAP system. Okay, here's my situation. I got a check engine light on, get a flashing check engine light under a steady cruise at about 70 miles an hour, going up a slight uphill grade. The light starts flashing. Truck's running fine. It doesn't it doesn't feel like it's got a misfire in it, but the computer has detected a problem. So when I went into the scan, the fault codes currently are, it's got a P0300 and a P0442, and there's a history code. The 442 comes and goes, so it's an intermittent issue. More than likely, I'll post the rest of the troubleshooting in the description, but we've basically isolated it to the Purge control solenoid valve on the intake manifold, so we're going to change that out and should fix the problem. This solenoid purge valve right here, it is a very common issue on these trucks, and basically it's it's got a slight vacuum leak. This purge valve, the solenoid is actually tied into bank 2. My fuel trims were a little bit rich on bank 2 compared to bank 1 in the long-term trims. Again, I'll post all this in the description. But right now, we're just going to change this valve out. Unplug your connector. Piece of dried toast insulation right there. Get this vacuum line off. It's one 10 mil bolt. Everything comes out. And again, I just got to get this off first. There we go. Pull out on it instead of squeezing in. It's a 8mm or 5/16 if you're old school. The part itself is only like $13 on Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the description. And basically it's a 10-minute job unless you're dropping stuff like I just did. Okay, so this is your new part. You can reuse the rubber grommet from your old one. Make sure that your O-ring is not disturbed. Set this back in place. Actually, I didn't like the way that O-ring felt when it was coming out. It was pretty loose, so the problem may boil down to the O-ring just shrinking up on the old one. Either way, it's a inexpensive part, common failure item on these trucks, so it's not going to hurt anything to change it. What you don't want to do is throw the parts can into these trucks. This is a really common code, the random multiple misfires, and it starts off, everybody change the spark plugs, change the wires, change the coils, change your mass airflow sensor. No, you don't need to do all that. Follow some basic troubleshooting. There's plenty of procedures out there online, and again, I'll link what I used to diagnose this in the comments. Everything looks good there. Going any further on this, you would have to smoke test it, look for leaks, etc. But feeling pretty good that this is going to solve the problem. So that's basically exactly how long it takes to change this out. Okay, so now I am going to clear the codes, and on my driving, my daily drive cycle, there's a spot that if the code's going to recur, it's going to happen at that exact same spot the next day. So we will test this and report back. Okay, so now that we've changed that valve out, and it's probably my imagination, but it seems to be idling a little bit smoother, I'm going to go ahead and clear the fault codes so that we can road test it and check the fuel trims and everything on the test drive.